Yo. Yo, what's up, everybody? Sorry about that. Wi-Fi again. I'm so angry. I don't even know if this is even going to hold the stream because I am using my mobile data because my internet company, I'm calling them out now, Spectrum, has failed me again. Failed me again. Failed me again. So I don't even know if this is going to hold. So I'm going to see. I'm texting with Spectrum right now, trying to figure it out, but we'll see. Check. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? Check. 1 2 1 2. All right, people, you still can't hear me. All right, let me see what's happening here. Oh, Shona, you can hear me. Mikaboo, Tyrone, and Shawnee, let me know if you can hear me. We can hear you loud and clear. Okay. So Kendall, they can hear me. You can't hear me, it sounds like. Okay. Jonathan, you can hear me. All right, cool. Again, folks, I'm so sorry about this, man. Spectrum, I'm calling them out. Last time I didn't call them out, but that is a cable of choice. I noticed there was some spotty issues going on yesterday morning. I called, they assigned me my own personal representative, and I text them and everything's gonna be okay. And text again this morning, just double down and everything's okay. And here we are, folks. I am now using my mobile hotspot. And I don't know if it's going to be strong enough. Remember last time we had that issue and my mobile wasn't strong enough for it to happen. So we will see. Thank you for all those who decided to stay on and be patient with the brother. I am extremely sorry. So with that being said, I guess the show must go on. I'm hoping it doesn't freeze. So just let me do a check. It's not freezing, right? Everything's going to be working pretty good. So bummed about that. All right. So it's not freezing. Okay, good. So bummed. I hate being late. I hate when a show doesn't run efficiently. Oh man. I'm going to call Spectrum when I get done with this, and we are going to have a time. Free Wi-Fi for everyone. Do you hear me? Free Wi-Fi for everyone by the time I get done with this. Thank you, Mikaboo. I appreciate it. So what's up, everybody? Let's shake off the energy. How's everyone feeling out there? Happy Wednesday. We're almost through the week, hump day, as we head into the last weekend of summer, which is Labor Day. I know technically, based upon the calendar, we still have some time left for summer, but this is really the last weekend of summer. Mostly everybody will be going back to school by that point. Classes should have started. I know some of you guys are already in school. I know LA schools are already in position, are already in play and already moving along. So yeah, I hope you guys have some fun plans coming up. I am going to have a nice little one last good weekend, a nice hurrah, and send off summer in a good spot. Thank you, Maurice. I appreciate that. Anybody's barbecuing, going to the beach? You guys have any final trips coming up planned? Let me know your thoughts, man. Again, I apologize for my lateness. Or Daquan, Indiana school has been in since July. I had a couple of friends who had children in Indiana, and they used to say it was in July. That is so crazy to me that you guys go back in July. If you guys go back in July, when do you guys get out for summer vacation? And then how long is your Christmas break, if you don't mind me asking? Daquan from Indiana. I want to know about that. What up, Dre? Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it too. I'm about to shake off this energy, and it's such a late arrival, but all good though. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. It's gonna be a fun show. We had a really dope fun show planned that we're going to talk about here. I'm just still a little nervous as to make sure that this stream holds on my mobile connection. Trying to do mobile hotspot for a live stream is quite the bold move of mine. Let's just say that. um, let's see. Daquan, did you respond back to me? Oh, the end of May and Christmas break is just 2 weeks. So you guys get out in May and you still go back. Well, I guess that's not bad. That's not fair. That's fair. I'm assuming top of May. So if you guys get out early May, going back towards the end of July, that kind of is par for the course because most schools get out in June, who go back. So yeah, that's par for the course. You guys get out a little bit early, but yeah, my in college we had our spring break. We used to be so early before other colleges, universities. So it was pretty much just University of Michigan was on spring break and a couple other schools. I remember being in Jamaica for spring break, and we wanted this big spring break experience that you saw like on television. And what ended up happening was we didn't get it because it was just only a few schools that was on the beach with us. So we had a good time still, but it wasn't like this whole like movie scene you see but being on break. So that was a thing. All right, Syracuse is in the building. You guys start next week too as well. Jason Sanchez, you're gonna be doing some barbecuing with the family. All right. Are you grilling, Jason, or somebody else grilling? And Johnny, Jackson, Mississippi started the last week of July also. Oh, wow. All right. So you guys must get out in May then too as well. I'm assuming that's what's happening when it comes to that. Got it. All right, folks. So listen, let me know what is on your mind today. I have let me know what you want to talk about. What's on your mind before I get into my run of show that we have created? What are some of the things you're thinking about? What's on your mind? What would you like for me to address? I'm going to address all the questions that I can and when I can. That's always a part of the MuseRoom experience. So that's why I'm excited for that. But I'm going to be very tech heavy today. The irony because tech is failing. Oh, you're going to a crab leg festival. Oh, nice, Dre. And Jason, you are the grill master for the brisket. Brisket is hard to do. Brisket is a very hard meat to grill because it's a very thick cut. That is a danger of overcooking it. That's a danger of not getting the right temperature. And that's also a danger of it getting dry. That's also a dangerous thing too as well. Maureen, NNY starts next week too. I'm assuming you mean New York. Yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what that means too as well. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna let you know what I want to talk about. You guys also let me know what you want me to address. Anything, I'm always down to address anything that you guys may have. But I really want to take a look at the the crime data. I kind of leaned into it about the red states versus the blue states, in particular, if you got in my newsletter. But I want to lean a little bit further into it, and I want to look at it from the perspective of artificial intelligence. I want to advance this conversation of crime data and crime statistics. So there's going to be a cool little jump I'm going to make with that. Shout out to all my people who are interested in tech, and also to everybody who's afraid of tech. And those of you afraid of tech, you're probably afraid because of the displacement of the workforce and fear of losing jobs. But I want to put a different spin on that. I want to put a different spin on ways that you can keep your job. I want to talk about that. And then it is football season. So I'm going to talk about football season and NFL. I got some tech conversations around that too as well. We're just a tech oriented society, folks, whether we want to admit it or not. It just is what it is, my people. It just is what it is. But first, I want to go to this idea of, and I want to get your thoughts too, really right out the gate, the militarization of our cities, right? And I've always held this belief and notion that the military is held in such high regards, as it should be. The military is such a prestigious entity of America's society. The military upholds and protects our democracy. Our military goes places where many of us have not raised our hand because we dare not. The military has always had such a high regard. Now, there are a lot of people who may be upset with some of the military actions that the United States has taken historically, but that's never the fault of the soldier, right? That's the directive and is aimed at the leadership, the president of the United States and the federal government for directing the military to be in these places. But no one has ever had an issue with the military personnel themselves. My concern now is as we begin to have our National Guard in Washington, D.C., and now the National Guard has permission to carry a firearm. And also, too, they have the permission to use it in the instance of self-defense. What does that begin to put our military personnel in when they come face to face with civilians? And what happens when they have to begin to do those type of operations that cause more confrontation with civilians? Our National Guard and military isn't trained the way our police force is trained, right? This is why we have different things for different reasons. So my concern is once we start to advance that, and they now have permission, and then we are going up against confrontation, what does that do to the brand of the military? Does that cause reputational harm to the brand? In particular, as President Trump is looking at positioning our military in other cities. He's mentioned Chicago, he's mentioned Baltimore, he's even mentioned New York. Obviously, those are blue states. Also, those are cities that are run by Democratic mayors. There's a politics of aspect of it. But take that aside. The point being, there is this thought out there, and National Guard is already in DC. As we continuously to put our troops on our domestic streets, does that even change the mission of the military? Does that change the goals and objective of what the military is? And what happens to the brand reputation of that? Because there is an idea out there that cities would love cooperative dynamics with state and local officials and federal officials in order to help really bring down the crime rate across the board. Also, too, when want to help with bringing down statistics, help with investigations, and even help with budgetary affairs that are a lot of our police forces and cities are facing a deficit. So there is, and I think everyone could be open to that, open to ideas of how do we solve this problem collectively through different resources. But the idea of using the military as a tool, not only is that not effective, because even when the military eventually they will have to leave the city, that doesn't mean that you've addressed the root cause of why crime is taking place in these cities. And then not only once they leave have we not addressed the root cause of why crime is taking place, and therefore crime will go back. What has that done to the brand of the military? And so that is one of my biggest concerns. I'm curious to know your thoughts on that too, as well, because as I began to do a deep dive into some of the statistics and data around the military and around what's happening between the blue states versus the red states, there's some things that are really interesting to me in terms of like what we're focusing on, right? 8 out of the 10 top cities per capita that have high crime rates and murder rates are not in blue states. They are in. Yo, yo, yo. All right, folks. Listen, I'm back, but I know when to call it. I knew that my mobile hotspot probably wouldn't hold, but we gave it a good run. We were just getting to the meat of it. That's unfortunate. I apologize to you guys. I'm gonna really find some way to get Spectrum to make up for this, folks. I don't know what needs to happen, but I am super bummed about this conversation. I was really excited for it to take place. But with that being said, y'all just tune in to the Mike Muse Show this Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sirius XM channel 126, and then tune in this Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on channel 126, where I'll just go through over all these issues and agenda items I wanted to talk with you guys about. I apologize to you guys, but my hotspot isn't going to hold the amount of data that this live stream is going to require and take. So I thank y'all for joining me. I apologize again. I am calling Spectrum immediately to figure out what is the issue and how they're going to resolve this and what's going to take place. So I'm really bummed. But listen, tune in this Saturday, again, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 126 Sirius XM, and then Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, channel 126, where I'll break all these topics down, man. Sorry about that. I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me as always. All right. Until next time, I'm going to end the stream now because this data isn't going to hold. All right. Thank y'all.